Anyways, so I have been watching a lot of, you saw my video on Black Panther. I love Black Panther. It's one of my favorite ones, favorite Marvel movies in a long time. And I've been just watching everything about Black Panther, like cast interviews, Jimmy Fallon stuff. It took me a second because I couldn't remember what I was watching. But yeah, Jimmy Fallon stuff, just interviews everywhere, all the great things about the movie, reading articles, just going on and on and on about it. But then I came across, because I follow this dude on Instagram, on Facebook. It's For the Love of an Asian Guy. And anyways, so I think that's what it was called. I can't remember. I will put the description in the link in the comments below, so at least you can check out his stuff. He's pretty funny. He's usually talking a lot about things about people of color, Asians in media and things like that. Anyway, so he had posted a picture of a piece of artwork that someone had drawn, and it was a picture of Black Panther. Only thing was it was Black Panther as a white guy. And the caption read, or the words on it, and I will post a picture, probably right around here somewhere. Anyways, it said that I haven't seen the Black Panther movie yet, but I can't wait. And so I scrolled through the comments, as you normally do, and through all of the comments, obviously people were getting upset. They were like, well, Black Panther's black, that you can't do this, blah, 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 and all that stuff. So I kind of, stopped looking at it after a while, because I'm like, all right, cool, people are getting really heated here. I'm just going to kind of move on, at least. But then it got me thinking, as a person of color, I'm brown skinned, South Asian, whatever you want to call it, however you refer to it, kind of thing. But anyways, I am a person of color, and I do like to dress up in costume. I do a lot of cosplay stuff. I'm not, like legit high scale kind of cosplayer, but I love doing it. And I've been anyone from The Little Mermaid, I've been Harley Quinn, I have been Snow White, and Snow White, obviously, it is in her name. Her skin she's Snow White. Her skin is white as snow. Clearly, I do not have white skin. So that got me thinking, what if, and I've seen a lot of photos and pictures and things like that of race-bent characters. Specifically Disney characters, and again I'll post pictures of some of them around here somewhere, or I'll provide a link in the comments. But they have posted a whole bunch of different Disney princesses as different races, which is really cool and very empowering, obviously, for people of color. So this got me thinking, what if there's somebody out there, and I'm sure there are people out there who absolutely love Black Panther, but they are Caucasian, and they decide that they want to cosplay as Black Panther. Would it be a bad thing? Would people get really upset over it? And so I didn't, because I'm like, I understand that for me, if I dress up as a character who is primarily white, obviously I'm not going to put on any white face, because that's wrong. I would just dress up as the person, the color of skin that I am, obviously. So if somebody who's dressing up as Black Panther did so as a race-bent version of Black Panther as a white person, would it cause an uproar as that image did? So if that image had said instead race-bent version of Black Panther, would people still be very upset? So I'm like, I didn't think it was upset as long as they weren't doing blackface. If they were just saying, hey, you know what, I really love Black Panther, I love what he stands for, but I'm going to dress up as the race-bent version of it, and this is what I'm going to dress up as, as Black Panther suit. Obviously, if you're wearing the helmet or the mask, it doesn't, you wouldn't know if the person was black, white, or whatever, brown, or whatever other color you are. But if you were walking around with the mask in your hand, would people be like, what the heck is wrong with this person? Would people be upset? So obviously, because I didn't think it was an issue, I thought maybe, you know what, I'm going to ask other people as well, because I'm not 100% sure what the right answer would be. So I talked to my trainer and friend, Tactics. Again, I'll post links to his his videos and all that kind of stuff because he does a lot of cool things. And he was saying the same thing, that that he understood that he said that as long as the person was not, and this is a very oversimplification of a very, very long conversation, that he was saying that as long as they're not doing blackface, then he doesn't think that it would be anything wrong. Though we both understand that, you know, there are so few people of color out there in media, in comics, and things like that, that, you know, when you do see somebody of color, you do get very attached to them, and it's kind of like, yeah, this is mine. So it can be very, it's a little difficult if you see somebody, you know, somebody who is not a person of color, trying to not to take it, but to you know, I guess maybe to take it, I don't know. But again, if you really love that character and you love cosplaying, and you know, cosplaying is open to everyone and your interpretation kind of thing, you're not saying that they are, I don't know, I guess I don't think it's wrong if somebody was like, hey, I really love Black Panther and I recognize that, you know, he is a black character, but I love him so much that I wanted to cosplay as him. I don't think that I wouldn't be offended with it. And again, I don't mean to cause or stir the pot here or say, you know, like anything like that. It was just a question or a concern, wondering, would that make me, like, if I was upset by it, if I was upset with the fact that a white person wanted to dress up as Black Panther or any of the other characters like Shuri, because she's amazing, who wouldn't want to be her? But I mean, if you're not black, would it be offensive, or would people get upset that they're cosplaying or dressing up as them? And this could go for any person, like any person of color, I guess, or anyone who is cosplaying. Would people be upset? Would they be like, hey, you're not black, you don't get to dress up as Shuri? Like, if I wanted to dress up as Shuri, would people be upset? Or a Nakia, or, you know, a Koei, or any of the other amazing, phenomenal women characters in Black Panther? Would people be very upset by it? Would they cause an uproar? Would they be, you know, would they say, hey, you know what, you don't have a right to this because you are not black? And that, I guess, is my question that I'm kind of putting out into the world. This isn't anything, again, I'm not trying to stir the pot, I'm not trying to cause a big meltdown of any kind, and I don't want people to think like, well, this girl's racist, because, you know, no, that's not, it's an honest question, because I would really love to know what people think about it. What is your opinion? What do you think? And and another question, or a follow-up question, if you do get upset with a white person cosplaying as someone who is a person of color, is that wrong, in your opinion? For me, if I was upset, I personally would feel it was wrong, because I would feel like I'm a hypocrite, not allowing everybody to enjoy all the characters that are out there in the world, kind of thing. But again, I don't know if I'm being too lax about it, and I usually find that I am, you know, I do apply to any person of color who does really big things in media, or in, you know, on the big screen or on the small screen, and especially characters like Black Panther, or movies, sorry, like Black Panther, which are phenomenal for the black community, and just general people of color. Like, it's amazing when things like that happen. I'm not trying to insult anybody or be racist or anything like that. This is just an honest question as someone who loves to cosplay, because I do cosplay a lot of characters that are conventional white characters. So, you know, whenever I go to any of the conventions, no one yells at me and goes, hey, you're brown, so why? I did have one person who, when I posted on my DeviantArt page, which was like way back when, I posted a picture of me as Snow White for Halloween. Somebody did comment like, hey, Snow White's white, and so, you know, it's in her name, Snow White, her skin is white as snow, so that doesn't make any sense. I wasn't offended, and I didn't take it offensively, because they were right in that sense. But again, would other people be offended if that circumstance occurred? If somebody who was Caucasian was dressing up as a character, a person of color, would anybody who was watching this anybody who follows my channel, would it be wrong? And it's one of the most serious kind of questions that I have to ask. Again, I've asked other people. They were saying that it wasn't, some of the other people that I talked to said it wasn't really wrong. I know some people are going to say, you know what, that's really wrong, you can't do that. But again, for me, I wouldn't be upset with it because, and again, this is not just Black Panther, I'm just talking if there was a really awesome brand superhero like Miss Marvel, the new one. She's Pakistani, sorry, I said it wrong, Pakistani. But yeah, she's Pakistani, and you know, if someone dressed up as her, obviously not doing brown face or anything, I'd be like, hey, that's awesome. Not that I've seen any white person ever try to dress up as the new Miss Marvel, the Pakistani one. Yeah, I don't think I've seen that yet. But I mean, if I did see it, and like again, Miss Marvel, the Pakistani girl, she's not as popular right now, I guess, with the rest of the world. But this is a very real question with Black Panther, because Black Panther is actually an amazing, awesome superhero. He is one of the smartest characters in the comic book universe, and I've watched videos, a couple of friends have sent them to me, of Batman versus Black Panther, which is awesome. We can go into that a little later. If you really want, I can make a video about it. You know, just kind of discussing some of the things and posting links about some of them if anybody's interested. But yeah, he's become one of my favorites. Ever since Civil War, because I haven't read up a lot about him before. And one of my best guy friends, he also got me, and I put it on my bed so I can read it later, also got me a copy of Black Panther, so my first Black Panther graphic novel, so I'm super excited. I've already started, and it already has Storm in it, whom I also love, so I'm like super excited to finish this. But yeah, so it was just a question of, you know, I'm sure there are tons of other people out there who are super excited and love Black Panther also. What are the lines, and what is right and what is wrong in terms of dressing up or cosplaying as Black Panther? Again, not meaning, and I have to say this like 100 times because I don't want people to like send me like hate mail or anything. It's just an honest question that I wanted to know the answer to, because, you know, I wouldn't know if it would offend people. And normally I'm pretty aware, I would like to think I'm pretty aware of when things are offensive, but in my case, I wouldn't be offended. But again, I'm brown, you know, maybe I'm just taking it too easily or too lightly, I don't know, but I would love to hear your opinions and thoughts. You can post a comment, you know, on my Facebook, in the comment section below, whatever. I would love to hear from you and hear your thoughts. And again, I don't mean to offend anyone. I feel like I need to kind of, you know, tell people I don't mean to offend them at all, because the internet is really, it's a scary place. People will, you know, there'll be trolls and people just kind of saying whatever they want to. This is just an honest question, and I'm actually a little terrified of posting this just because I'm afraid of, you know, getting any backlash. But I'm really I wanted to just know the answer, and I just wanted to know what people's thoughts and opinions were on it. And does that mean that if we don't accept that, would that make people hypocrites? You know, that's generally what I wanted to know. And I thought it was an interesting question, so I thought I'd put it out there. And yeah, I'm actually really kind of scared of posting this. This is probably one of the more serious things that I have posted in a long time, so yeah, that's all. And please don't hate me. Please continue to watch my movies, my videos, like and subscribe, follow my blog, Instagram, whatever. I have the links below. Check it out, and I'll talk to you guys later.